evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's coverage of LIU men's basketball on the Base Network. My name is Cooper Albers, and tonight I am joined with Jameson Dowdy on color, and of course Kevin Big Body Burns on technical. Tonight's NEC matchup sees our Sharks still seeking their first conference win as they take on the 3-3 Stonehill Skyhawks. The Sharks come into this matchup following a tough loss to St. Francis Brooklyn last Monday night. Jamie, what are some things that you noticed from Monday's game that might be worth keeping in mind tonight? Yeah, absolutely. I noticed that our leading guy was Keon Burns, and he had just an incredible performance. He had 19 points, 9 rebounds, and perhaps most impressively, 4 steals. And also, we had double-digit performances from Valentin, Delancey, and Washington, but still, in the end, they just couldn't pull away with the victory, and St. Francis Brooklyn came out on top. And now looking at Stonehill, what are some of the key factors that the Sharks should keep an eye on?
Change the mic setup because like you hear all this, we gotta get it more just on here, so I'm trying to see which it is. That's good.
Sorry, we are running into a little bit of technical difficulties getting started. Kevin, are you hearing this? No? Hello. Anything. Hello, anything. Testing, anything. Testing, anything. Good? How are we sounding? All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's coverage of LIU men's basketball on the Base Network. We are running into a little bit of technical difficulties, so we appreciate you standing by, and we should be good and getting started right now. My name is Cooper Albers, and tonight I am joined with Jameson Dowdy on color, and of course, Kevin Big Body Burns on technical. Tonight's NEC matchup sees our Sharks still seeking their first conference win as they take on the 3-3 Stonehill Skyhawks. And the Sharks come into this matchup following a tough loss to St. Francis Brooklyn last Monday night. Jamie, what are some things you noticed from Monday's game that might be worth keeping in mind tonight?
Yeah, this last loss was actually their closest loss of the season, which does leave some room for optimism, including a very strong performance from Keon Burns with 19 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 steals.
Yeah, it's incredible what he did. The 4 steals is just genuinely impressive. It's worth mentioning that they actually led 66-65 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go, but then they gave up 8 unanswered to end the game. So it's going to be a matter of just finishing strong, I believe. And then also, it's worth mentioning, as a team, we shot 14 of 25 from the free throw line, missing 11, which is just not great. We are actually, I believe, the lowest team in college basketball in free throw percentage. So there's definitely room for improvement, and to be optimistic, we can only go up from here.
Only up.
So it seems that we are about to get started. So yeah, we're gonna get back here in just a second.
Once again, welcome to tonight's contest between the Stonehill Skyhawks and Long Island University. First, let's meet our starting lineups.
All right, and we are just about to get started here as they announce the starting lineups for the Stonehill Skyhawks.
At the center position of Scott Hamilton, Massachusetts. Number 2, Max Zegorowski.
First, we got number 2, Max Zegorowski, who averages 12 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, and is also an incredible shooter, shooting 86% from the free throw and 43% three-point. And next, we got number 11, Isaiah Burnett, who is also a guy to look out for, averaging 12, 5, 3 with 3 steals per game, the number 1 steals leader in the NEC. And next, we got number 12, Thatcher Stone. And then we got number 21, Cole Bergon. And then lastly, number 32, Andrew Sims, who's their leading scorer and actually just tallied his 1,000th career point in the last game out.
Wow.
And now it is time for our Sharks.
Chris Rouse. Now, up next, your starting 5 for your LIU Sharks. He's a redshirt sophomore guard at 6'5" from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Number 4, here's Jacob Johnson.
First up, we got Jacob Johnson.
Sophomore point guard of Staten Island, New York. Number 5, Andre Washington.
Next is our point guard, and Andre Washington.
6'6" freshman guard of the Bronx, New York. Number 10, R.J. Reed.
Now we got R.J. Green coming out.
Standing at 6'8", a freshman center of Jonesboro, Arkansas. Number 15, C.J. Dillon. Delancey.
And next we got CJ Delancey. And lastly, coming out is our three-point shooter, leading scorer, Marko Maletic.
Number 24, Marko Maletic. LIU Director of Basketball Operations is Rocky Mendaye. Director of Player Development, Brad Calipari. Assistant coaches, Sasha Brown, Mo Hicks, Chris Thomas, and George Jones. Your head coach of the Sharks in his first season, Rod Strickland.
The Sharks are coached by Rod Strickland.
Fans of the Northeast Conference promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profound racial or sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the style of competition. If you experience a problem caused by the actions or words of another spectator, please report it to an event management representative.
All right. Jump is up. Sharks basketball. RJ Green with the ball. Gets it to Delancey. Passes to Johnson up top. RJ coming off the roll. Hands it to Maletic. RJ drives. Washington for three. It's good. Andre Washington for three. Stonehill brings it up. Burnett at the top. Hands it to Burgon. Burgon with it. Burnett with the ball. Passes it down low to Sims. Sims backs down. Jacob Johnson. It's up. And it's good. Andrew Sims for the bucket. Sharks back the other way. Hands it to RJ Green. Delancey up top. Gets it to Johnson. RJ coming off. Up top. Hits it to Delancey down low. Fade away. It's good. CJ Delancey for two. Stonehill goes the other way. Gets it to Burgon. He brings it up the court. Hands it to Thatcher Stone. Back to Burgon at the top. Hits it to Burnett. Zagorowski with it. Maletic is on him. Back to Burgon. Ooh. RJ Green jumps the pass and gets a foul. That'll be the first on RJ Green and the first team foul on the Sharks.
I'm loving the defensive effort by the Sharks early so far. This is a very important key for them, I believe. It's to out-defense the best defensive team in the NAC.
Oh, exactly. You're going to have to fight fire with fire. Stonehill is a great defensive team, and it's nice to see the energy early on from the Sharks. Burgon with the ball, passes it to Andrew Sims on the right corner. Up top to Zagorowski, back up to Burgon up top. Thatcher Stone with it. Burgon for three. Way off. But Sharks fumble it. That'll be out of bounds on the baseline. Stonehill ball. Burnett to inbound. Gets it to Burgon. Oh, he's got it down low. Ooh, right-handed under finish. Very nice finish. Burgon for two.
One thing that I find interesting so far to start off this game is you have Marko Maletic on the tallest guy in the court right now in Max Zagorowski. It's going to be interesting to see, will they go down low with that? How are they going to do those matchups?
It's definitely an interesting matchup. We'll see what happens. Maletic with it, passes it to Johnson for three. Just off. Rebound Burgon. Stonehill ball, bringing it up. Gets it off to Zagorowski. He drives. Back to Burgon. Hesitates up top. Burnett drives to Zagorowski. Mid-range. Good. Zagorowski for two. Stonehill leads 6-5. RJ Green with the ball. Hands it off to Andre Washington. Goes off to the right for Maletic. Maletic pump fakes. Drives. Little floater, and it's good. Marko Maletic for two.
Big man stuff right there. I love to see it.
Yeah, he loves that little floater down low. Zagorowski bringing it up. to Burgon up top. Burnett rolls off the screen. Sims backs down Jacob Johnson. He rolls. Can't complete. Delancey with the rebound. Sharks fast break. Washington on the left wing. RJ Green up top. Back to Washington. Washington to the right side. Maletich clears. Washington for two. Just misses the mid-range jumper. Stonehill the other way.
It's interesting to see both teams really allowing those jump shots today, really trying to force them to outshoot each other.
Yeah, they're pulling up some mid-ranges, not really used to it. But that's going to be a foul on...
Second team foul.
Is that on RJ?
To the free throw line for Stone.
That was on Andre Washington. That'll be his first personal.
Stone shoots two.
Stone to the line for two. Jamie, what are his free throw stats looking like this season?
Enter the game first time for the Skyhawks, number 23, Christopher Mellis.
He's got a 78.6 free throw percentage so far.
Awesome, and he hits the first one. Thatcher Stone, 2 up, 2 down.
2 free throws.
They lead 8-7. Go ahead, Jamie, sorry.
It's at 100 for the game.
Green with the ball up top. Jacob Johnson to the right to Andre Washington. He holds it on the right wing. Delancey. Maletich goes up top for 3. It's good. Marco Maletich for 3. He's got 5 now. Thatcher Stone drives on Marco. Can't get it. Back up top to Burnett. Up to Sims on the left wing. Hands it off. Ooh, back to Sims. He hesitates. Backs down Maletich. Great down pass to number 23, Christopher Mellis. He's got 2.
One thing that's really interesting, you see with Stonehill, they're already having 2 people sub into the game. It seems that maybe this will be a theme for them, just try to out-tire the Sharks. Been playing with a limited bench all year. It'll be interesting to see how that will be played.
Yeah, definitely. It seems that they already have more depth, and it seems like they're already making more subs as we speak. So they're going to seem to do frequent breaks, and we'll see how that pays off. Jacob Johnson drives, right-handed floater, just misses. Ball tipped out of bounds. It'll be Stonehall basketball the other way. And that'll be a timeout for the Sharks. That'll be their first timeout, and we will take a little break and get right back to it.
This break in the action is brought to you by the LIU Marketing Society. For individuals looking for experience in digital marketing, creative advertisements, and graphic design, this is the club for you. It looks great in your resume. Meetings are at 5 p.m. on Wednesdays. For more information, DM at LIU Marketing Society. That's at LIU Marketing Society on Instagram. Or join the E-Club in presence. Thank you to LIU Marketing Society.
And we are back. It is a tie ball game at 10 apiece right now. There's 15 minutes left to go in the first half. Jamie, what are you seeing right now for the Sharks?
I'm loving the defensive intensity, as I said. I think they need to continue to limit Andrew Sims in his play. He's been dealing the ball, but he hasn't been shooting that much, and I think they need to continue that trend.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so we will see how that pays off. Another couple subs here for Stonehill. We got number 5, Josh Mack, taking the ball up the floor. Screen from Sims.
One thing that's really different today between many of the Sharks games this year is you really hear the fans getting into it today, chanting defense, you know.
Yeah, it's
maybe
a
this will be able to help LIU get on a little rally, get on a little run.
A great crowd. You're hearing it behind us. Anyways, Sharks basketball. RJ Green's got it up at the top of the key. Passes it off to Johnson on the right wing. Gets it to Washington on the left. Washington backs it up, calls for a screen from Delancey. Screen from Delancey. Quick three from Washington. It is up. It is good. 3-pointer from Andre Washington. Stonehill back the other way. Hits it off to Shamir Johnson, number 23. Over to... Dishes it off. Ooh, the drive from Christopher Mellis. He is up and he is down. Misses the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
It's really interesting to see. On the year, Andre Washington only averages around 2 3-point attempts per game, and he's already taken 2 today.
Yeah, he has a quick trigger today. He's right off the screen, no hesitation. You love to see it.
No, you really do, and it's going to be great to see. You know, are they going to be shooting more threes? A lot of it's relied on Marco, so it's going to be great to see how that will be played out.
It looks like a lot more 3-point based game plan. The last game they only attempted 7 3-pointers, which is not really in their that's not really their character. So we'll see how that pays off. Anyways, Keon Burns checks in for RJ Green. Keon Burns coming off a great performance, as we already said, 19 points, 9 rebounds, 4 steals. So let's see if he can continue that. Second free throw misses. Sharks basketball the other way. Washington with the ball, taking it up. Clay screen from Malatic. Back up to Washington. It is up. It is good from Andre Washington. Again, no hesitation.
He's really been feeling it today with those. Every single shot of his has been a deep, it's either a 3-pointer or it's a deep 2, so it's really great to see him getting that trigger going.
He's got great confidence today. You love to see it.
Noticing a lot of inside play from Stonehill so far, which is a nice contrast with
Ooh,
Sharks.
Washington with the steal and the save. Malatic open on the corner. Can't get it to him. It is tipped out, and that's going to be Sharks basketball.
It's great to see the intensity the Sharks are playing with. You know, you can tell they're really feeding off the crowd, playing great defense. They're having great looks on the offensive side. It's really something that we haven't seen too much this season. It's great to see it fully coming together so far.
Yeah, and right now they're running off of Andre Washington. He's been great, and it's been really rubbing off the team. Oh, anyways, but that was a travel from Andre Washington. A little quick feet. It's going to be Stonehill ball going the other way. Josh Mack brings it up the floor. Back to Burgon. Over to Shamir Johnson on the right wing. Christopher Mellis tips it off to Mack. Back to Burgon down low. Hesitates back out to Mellis. A little mix up. Over to Mack on the right. He drives. Dish off to Burgon. That's a foul.
That's something you definitely don't want to do to Stonehill is foul them under the basket. You know, they're the best shooting free throw team in the NEC. You definitely don't want to get into that battle with them, as we've seen in the past few games, the free throw battle has really killed LIU. So this is something I definitely want to try to avoid the rest of this game.
Oh, for sure. You don't want to get into a free throw battle when you're shooting 60-something% from free throw line. It's never a good idea. Burgon shoots the first one and he misses.
Some room for optimism, though, as the Sharks, these defensive possessions have been really long. They're holding them down to at least 5 seconds in the shot each time.
Yeah,
hopefully
for
they can
sure.
just finish it out.
Oh, for sure. And there's a level of physicality they're playing with right now that's just, it's new for the season, and it's great to see. All right, Washington with the ball. That's going to be an illegal screen on Marco Malatic. Tries to go off the Clay screen, but just gets a little too much contact there. Number 12, Thatcher Stone checks in for Shamir Johnson. It's going to be Stonehill ball.
It's really crazy how often they're doing these substitutions, you know. It's really something to watch where you see these players on Stonehill, they put up these great numbers, they have high impacts, but, you know, they're not fully in the game the whole time. It's really interesting to see. Is that a thing that's going on today? Is this a whole season thing? It's really interesting.
Very interesting. Marco Malatic for 3. It is up. It is good. That's his second on the night. Marco Malatic. Sharks lead 18-12. Thatcher Stone with the ball. He is up. Oh, and that is going to be a foul.
The 6th Shark foul so far.
Looks like that is going to be a foul on Keon Burns. That'll be his first.
To the line for the Skyhawks, 12, Thatcher Stone, 2 shots.
Thatcher Stone is shooting 79% on the season. That was his first one up, and it was good. Thatcher Stone. About 12 and a half to go left in this half. It is 18-13 LIU Sharks.
This crowd is not making it easy for Stonehill in the free throws. They're just being loud, stomping away. It's really going to be interesting to see. Is that going to impact the best shooting free throw team in the conference?
This is one of the louder crowds we've had. It's great to see.
No, for sure.
Keon Burns on the right wing, hits it off to Maletich. He comes off the screen from Delancey. Delancey rolls. Washington for 3. Ooh, just misses. Delancey with the offensive rebound. Spins. Misses. Rebound from Sims. Stonehill ball.
Got to think as this game goes on, the crowd's become an even bigger factor.
The crowd's been incredible. Ooh, that's going to be a foul. Down low. It's an offensive foul. And all right, it's going to be Sharks basketball when we come back. There's a timeout, and we will get back in just one moment. All right, and we are back. It's going to be Sharks basketball. LIU up 18-14 with 12 minutes to go. Marco Maletich and Andre Washington both with 8 points early on. All right, and it is going to be Sharks basketball. Takes it up off to Delancey. Johnson with the ball. He drives. Trying to get Maletich. He rolls off. It's going to be a legal screen on the Sharks. It's going to go the other way. A couple illegal screens early on. You don't see many of those that often, so that's very interesting. Anyways, Burnett with the ball. Hands it off to Burgon. Zagorowski cuts through. Over to Burnett in the left corner. Burgon down low. Backs up to Delancey. Looking for Zagorowski. He's up. And it's in. That's Burgon. Number 12, Ahmed Sahati. I am sorry if I am butchering that. That is our new point guard in the game right now. Hands it off to Jacob Johnson. He's down low. Maletich for 3 in the right. Misses it, but he's going to go to the line for 3 free throws.
It's really going to be interesting to see how he's going to play. You know, a new guard, 6'3", 198, out of New Zealand. It's going to be really interesting to see how will he adjust to his team, how will he adjust to new play of this game. It's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. This is his first game in the Sharks uniform so far, so excited to see it. Maletich's first free throw is off. Despite being an incredible three-point shooter, he's struggled from the line this season. He's averaging just about 65%. The second one falls. That is good. Washington subs in for Jacob Johnson. here for the last one.
One thing that's going to be interesting as the game progresses is seeing the LIU rolling out a new point guard. What does this mean for Trey Wood? You know, we saw him warming up. You saw him taking a lot of shots. Does that mean he's out of the rotation for them? To me, to see how that's going to play out.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Burnett in the corner, wide open, 4-3. It is good. Isaiah Burnett. Washington brings it back the other way. Dribbles at the top of the key. Hands it off. Drives, dishes off to Keon Burns up top. Keon drives, mid-range jumper, just off. Stonehill the other way. Burgon up to Zagorowski up top. Burgon on the left corner. Burnett in the right corner. Hits it back up to Burgon. 4-3 up top. Just misses. Rebound Keon Burns. Sharks basketball the other way. Keon with a quick mid-range jumper. Just misses. Burgon brings it back the other way. Zagorowski on the left wing for 3. Just misses. Rebound Malatic. Malatic on the left. Hits Delancey down low. He posts up Burgon. Right-handed finish. Just misses, but there's going to be a foul on the play. He's going to go to the line for 2.
We're good.
All right, CJ Delancey going to the line for 2. First one is up, and it is good. Sharks lead 21-19 with 10 minutes to go in the first half. RJ Green subs in for Ahmed Asahati. And
Trey Wood checking into the game for the first time in a few.
Yeah, Trey Wood, good to see him. Marko Malatic is going to take a rest.
It's good to see that LIU is now able to use a lot of subs today. You know, past games it's been maybe 1-2. Now you're seeing a lot more movement, especially in the backcourt. It's going to be really interesting. It's a shame there's not more depth in the front court, but you know, it's better than what it's been.
Yeah. Burnett for 3. It is up. It is good. Isaiah Burnett. He's got a couple threes now. Trey Wood brings it up. He's up top.
Game definitely starting to speed up quite a bit. Might be important for the Sharks to slow it down.
Yeah, a lot more shots are starting to fall. Might need to take a breath. Hands it off to RJ Green on the left. Andre Washington up top. RJ Green drives. Oh, he hits the shot, but charging foul. It's going to go the other way.
These offensive fouls have been killer so far. Even all fouls just in general, 8 total in the first period.
Yeah, and that's RJ Green's second. He's going to take a seat. And Marko Malatic checks back in. All right, ball up top, Isaiah Burnett, and he's going to take a travel.
The refs have really been on all these calls today. You don't see many of these charges, these offensive plays that are going on, these travels, any of this. It's really good to see that they're on top of their game today.
Yeah, very efficient. And it's not one-sided really. It's good reffing, I would say.
No, I definitely agree with that.
Delancey on the left wing hits a Keon up top. Keon backs him down. Washington up top. Mid-range, it is up. It's good. Andre Washington, he's got 10 now. No hesitation from Washington today. You'd love to see it.
No, not one bit. Really, since he's come back from injury, you've been able to see a change in how the Sharks have been playing. You know, the intensity he's been bringing, the shooting, the playmaking, it's really been great to see.
Yeah, he's been a leader for sure. Anyway, Andrew Sims gets it up. It is good for him. Sharks basketball the other way. It is 23-24 for Stonehill. They are up with 8.5 to go. Washington up top. Drives left. Another mid-range jumper. It is up. It is good. Andre Washington is on fire. He's got 12 now.
He is feeling it tonight, and it is good to see.
It really feels like everything that's put up by him is just going to go in.
Yeah, he's been incredible. Burnett up top. Drives. Can't hit the floater. Washington back the other way. Malatic on the right. Ball tipped. Out of bounds. It's going to stay Sharks basketball, but just missed Marko on the three-point opportunity.
Washington all over, dropping the points and then getting the rebound right after in transition.
He's been a hustle guy today, and it's been incredible. His energy has rubbed off on the rest of this team.
No, for sure. You even saw last week with that dunk. That was a crazy play. Only being 5'11", putting that put-back dunk in.
Yeah, he brings a lot of great energy to this squad. Anyway, Washington up top, hits it off to Delancey on the left wing. Keon Burns up top. Washington's curling off the screen. Sims on him. Trey Wood on the right. Drives on Zagorowski. Keon on the left corner. Trying to get to Malatic. He does. Up top. Shot clock winding down. Malatic for three. It is off. Mack brings it the other way. Hits Zagorowski for three. It's off. Offensive rebound. Mellis with the ball. Hits it off to Mack up top. Sims down low. Can't get a hold of it. Malatic grabs it. Sharks ball the other way.
Relentless defense.
It's been incredible defense. They take a sec, take a breath. Washington up top with the ball. Sharks lead by 1 with 7 to go. Delancey screens left. Washington another mid-range. He can't connect. Stonehill goes the other way.
It's great to see on plays. Andre Washington, he's not the oldest player on the court out here, but he's really acting like it, being that leader, being the one calling the plays, calling the shots out there.
He feels like a veteran. He's really playing, and you can tell the team is looking at him like a leader, and it's been great to see.
Commanding presence and a good sign for the future, I think.
For sure. That's going to be a foul on Trey Wood. That's going to be his first, and it's going to be a timeout. We will be back in just one moment.
This break in the action is brought to you by the LIU Marketing Society. For individuals looking for experience in digital marketing, creative advertisements, and graphic design, this is the club for you. It looks great in your resume. Meetings are at 5 p.m. on Wednesdays. For more information, DM at LIU Marketing Society. That's at LIU Marketing Society on Instagram. Or join the E-Club in presence. Thank you to LIU Marketing Society.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. 6:45 to go, and your LIU Sharks lead 25-24. Andre Washington has been on fire. He's got 12 points in this first half. Also, Marko Malatic with 10. Jamie, what are you seeing that you're liking?
I'm really liking the defensive effort, as I have kept saying. I think they're holding Andrew Sims to little points, which is very important as their top scorer. I think they need to continue to create opportunities in the transition and capitalize on these defensive possessions they're having.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job on the defensive end. Tons of energy, led by Andre Washington, and it's been incredible to watch. Burnett's free throw is good. That was a one-on-one, so he'll shoot the second. He is a season 78% free throw shooter on the season, so doing pretty well this season. It is up, and it is good. Stonehill leads 26-25. Sharks basketball the other way. Andre Washington with it up top. Hands it off to Malatic. Keon Burns up top. Hits it over to Trey Wood on the right. Delancey goes up top. He gets the ball. Malatic flashes off the screen. Trying to get some separation. He can't. Oh, he turns it over. Sims grabs it. It's going to be fast break Stonehill. Burnett in the corner. Can't get it off. Thatcher Stone with it. Burnett for three. And that is good. That's his third of the night. And if I were the Sharks, I would get a hand up on him.
No, for sure. The one good thing, though, is that with that play, you were able to see LIU slow down the pace, though. They were off to a fast break there, and LIU was able to get them to slow down, get more composure. Unfortunately, it was an open three, though.
Yeah, pretty decent fast break defense for the most part, but just couldn't capitalize on the actual defense. Keon Burns with a shot there. That's his first bucket. He's going to go up to Burnett on the left. He drives. Hits it off to Mellis. That's going to be out of bounds on Stonehill. It's going to go the other way, Sharks basketball.
I don't know if you guys have been realizing this either, but since the last time out, since like 2 timeouts ago, Stonehill hasn't been doing as many subs as they were. I don't know if they realize maybe something's not working, maybe there's an injury or something. It's really interesting to see how that whole entire philosophy kind of was thrown out the window and they're kind of rolling with the same guys.
It makes you think that was going to be their game plan for this game specifically going in, trying to just outrun the Sharks, but it seems that the Sharks have a little bit more depth than you would have thought. Sims over on the right, trying to get it to Zagorowski. He backs down Jake Cook, who is subbed into the game. Dish over to Mellis, and he gets the layup. That's going to be 2 for Mellis. 31-27 for Stonehill, 5 minutes to go. That's going to be a timeout for the Sharks, and we will be back in just a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. 5 minutes to go. It is 31-27 for Stonehill. And Jamie, what are you seeing right now?
I'm seeing a lot of intensity from both sides. I think they've been limiting Sims in terms of points, but he's been creating a lot of opportunities for Stonehill in the offense. They've been locked down on the defense, and they've been landing these shots they're creating in transition.
For sure. It seems like their defense is finally starting to catch up with the Sharks, and they're getting a little bit quicker than they were when they were finding a lot more success. Maletich comes off his double screen. Washington can't get it to him. Delancey, handoff to Washington. Goes off the screen. Hits it over to Jake Cook. Dishes it down to Delancey. Shimmy. Can't get it to go. That's going to be Stonehill basketball the other way. Number 12, Thatcher Stone on the right side. No one's picking him up. To 23, Christopher Mellis. Over to Burnett in the corner. Back to Mellis. He's on the top of the key. Over to Thatcher Stone. Can't get it. He fumbles it, but Burnett picks it up. He drives right. Trey Wood snags it. It's going to be fast break Sharks. Maletich is going to his corner. Can't get it to him. Great pass from Trey Wood to Delancey, and that's going to be an and one for CJ Delancey. Incredible pass from Trey Wood. Very heads-up play.
And this transition defense has been a sight for sore eyes. The Sharks are getting back quick, and they're getting to their spots and on their mans as quick as you can.
Yeah, they did a great job right there capitalizing off of what they gave them. And Trey Wood just incredible pass. Great heads-up play.
It's crazy when you look at LIU right now. 4 of these people right now have been injured and missed time this year that are currently on the floor.
Yeah, you can tell that having that depth has been very helpful for them. Delancey misses the free throw. It's going to go the other way. Mack with the ball up top. Hands it off to Stone. Zagorowski flashes up top. Hands it off to Shamir Johnson. He drives left. Thatcher Stone pump fakes on the right side. Trying to get it down to Sims. Can't. Shamir Johnson with it. He drives left. Zagorowski in the corner. 4-3. Miss. And that's going to be Sharks basketball the other way. Trey Wood on the left side. He drives right. It is up and just misses the layup. It's going to be Stonehill ball the other way. Fast break. Mack with it. Hands it off to Zagorowski. Strong finish. That's going to be an and one for Max Zagorowski. That is going to be a foul on CJ Delancey, and they are going to call a timeout, and it is going to be free throws when we get back to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It is 33-29 for the Stonehill Skyhawks with 3.5 left to go. And Max Zegorowski is going to go to the line for his and one free throw. And now, Andre Washington and Malatich have sort of cooled off since we last talked about him. Jamie, why do you think that is?
I think what I'm noticing is the Sharks are speeding up and they're getting sloppy as they do. I think they need to continue to slow it down, take what they can get instead of trying to create these opportunities.
I completely agree. I'm seeing that they're not letting it come as natural in the offense, and they're kind of speeding up, and it's limiting their production severely. And I feel like we've seen that in the past, and that's kind of what's limited them this season, is just not finding their shots within the flow of the offense. So let's see if they can finish strong in this half. Max Zegorowski to the line. He's going to shoot his and one. It is up. It's good. Stonehill leads 34-29. Trey Wood bringing the ball back the other way. Jay Cook, screen right. Trey Wood to the left. Keon Burns up top. Hands it off to Washington. Looking for Malatich on the left wing. Can't get it to him. He dribbles it back up top. Calls for the screen. Screen left. Washington from mid-range. Airballs it. And that's going to go back the other way. Stonehill basketball.
Such a disciplined defense by Stonehill.
Very. And it seems like they're adjusting to that mid-range game from Washington. Zegorowski brings it up. Hits it over to Shamir Johnson in the right corner. Thatcher Stone flashes up top to Mack on the left wing. Down to Sims. He backs up Jay Cook. Little dish off to Mack, and that's going to be a layup. 36-29. Trey Wood brings it up. He's looking for Malatich off the double screen. Can't get it to him. Hits it to Keon on the right. Trying to get it down low to Jay Cook, and he does. Dish back out to Keon. That's going to be a foul on Max Zegorowski. That is their fifth team foul, excuse me. And it is going to be Sharks basketball. Shek Nadai is checking in for Jay Cook.
The first time we're seeing him all day.
Yeah, it's great to see him. It seems that he played a lot early on this season, and then once they got a little bit healthier, he's kind of taken less minutes, but it's nice to see him on the court.
It's crazy to say, that is the 10th Shark that has played today in this game.
And it's worth noting, incredible take from Marko Malatich, able to double clutch in the air on the defense and gets it to go. But yeah, like you were saying, the 10 people, it's incredible to have. It's been great.
I think that is the most it's been all season.
Yeah, it's been the most all season. It's nice to see a few new faces. Malatich curls off the screen, mid-range, can't get it to go. Rebound Sims, it's back the other way. Gets it to Shamir Johnson, Burnett in the left corner. He's looking for where to go. Gets it to Johnson up top, over to Zegorowski. Mack curls, drives, Burnett, quick ball movement over here. Over to the right for Sims. 4-3, it is good. Andrew Sims for 3. It is 41-31 for Stonehill with a minute and a half to go. And it seems that Stonehill is picking up their momentum.
You even hear Stonehill's bench, they're getting much louder. They're almost outshining the crowd right now.
Yeah, the crowd for LIU has kind of gone silent, and Stonehill has all the momentum. Washington for 3 up top. Can't get it to go. Our team has gone cold. Let's see if we can put a bandage over this wound and stop this run. Zegorowski in the right wing. Burnett up top. Looking for where to go. Trying to get it down to Sims, and he does. Andrew Sims giving him some separation. He shoots it, and he gets the mid-range. Andrew Sims with 5 back-to-back points. And we got to get a hand up on him. He can shoot it.
And some rare three-pointers from Sims. He only shoots 21% on the season.
Yeah, he's just taking what the defense is giving him. He's got some space, so he's gonna do it. Keon up top. Trying to get it to Washington. Curls off of it. Drives right. Keon and Washington are right next to each other. They're fumbling the ball. Gets it out to Trey Wood on the left side. Trey Wood drives. And that's a layup for Trey Wood. Great take from Trey Wood for 2. About 20 seconds here to go. And that's going to be a timeout for Stonehill. We will be back. ladies and gentlemen, we are back. 10-point game now. Stonehill leads 43-33 with 15 seconds to go. Most likely Stonehill is going to hold for the last shot here. Let's see if the Sharks can stop that. Stonehill inbounds. Burnett with the ball. Keon picks him up top. Taking their time. Sims, screen left. Drives left, over to the corner to Shamir Johnson. Step back three, it is up. And he misses. Oh, and Andrew Sims with a quick offensive rebound, and he gets the last second shot to fall. And that is going to be 45-33. Stonehill over the LIU Sharks, and it is halftime. And we will be back in just a moment.
This break in the action is brought to you by the LIU Marketing Society. For individuals looking for experience in digital marketing, creative advertisements, and graphic design, this is the club for you. It looks great in your resume. Meetings are at 5 p.m. on Wednesdays. For more information, DM at LIU Marketing Society. That's at LIU Marketing Society on Instagram. Or join the E-Club in presence. Thank you to LIU Marketing Society.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Just about 5 minutes left to go in this halftime period, and Stonehill leads 45-33 over our Long Island University Sharks. And gentlemen, what are you guys seeing in this game that had them slip away from the lead? What do you like? What do you dislike? Yeah.
I feel like it's the same thing. I feel like I've been saying it. It's really the free throw battle, This is the team that's the best shooting team at the free throw line in the NEC, and you've given them a good amount of chances. They've had 11. They're 9 for 11, shooting 81.8%, and you've fouled them 5 more times than you've been fouled. That's double the amount. You can't be allowing that to happen, Right there, that just helped it pull away the score, And when you're only shooting 50% from the free throw line, it's not very good, You need to keep that battle closer. You've got to really work in that area, in that department.
Oh, for sure. And it's, like you said, you don't want to get into a free throw battle with this team, especially if you're the LIU Sharks, one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the nation. And it's not a good idea to leave that up to free throws. Also, another thing I noticed was it's just a few times we're just not getting hands up or kind of testing the team to shoot when they're proven to be pretty solid shooters. And right now, they are shooting 59% from the field, which is insane because we are shooting well. We are shooting 46, which is pretty solid for Sharks basketball, but 59 is ridiculous, and it's just going to be a matter of tightening up that defense and wanting to see more of what we saw early on with the defensive intensity and just getting after it as much as possible. Jamie, what have you been seeing?
Yeah, I think they need to bring some of that intensity to the offense. They're actually getting out-rebounded 19-10 right now, and most of those are coming on the offensive end. I think they need to take care of the ball on the offense, and they need to get those balls off the glass and create those second-chance points.
For sure, and that's been a large story of this season is the rebounding. Most games we are out-rebounded by significant numbers, and it's going to be a matter of just getting in there and just trying to even that up as much as possible because, rebounds, free throws, and just defense in general, that's where it comes down to. And it's going to come down to who wants it more, and hopefully we can see our Sharks come out strong and try to even up this score early on.
Another thing that's interesting is having played 10 men today for the Sharks, you have that wiggle room. If someone's not playing their best, something looks off to do those quick subs, It clearly worked out for Stonehill. In the beginning, we were questioning it a little as it was a close game, but as it's gone on, it's clearly been something now as a useful strategy. I wonder if Rod Strickland will turn and say, hey, listen, it worked against us, maybe it'll work against them.
Yeah, for sure, and it's nice. It's just nice to play around with that depth, and as we get a little bit more depth in our lineup, we get the freedom to kind of experiment with lineups and see what lineups work well together. Early on in the season, we really didn't have that liberty. It was really 6 or 7 guys playing, and just when somebody needed a sub, you sub them out. But now we have 10, 11 guys that are ready to go, and it's nice that we really have multiple lineups that we could experiment with and see what we can throw at this Stonehill team.
And hopefully in the second half, we can maybe see some of those guys have little moments and see who's going to be doing better in the future.
Yeah, for sure. And right now, our guys have been Andre Washington and Marko Maletic, both with Andre Washington with 12 points and Marko also with 12. They both have 12 points. Been riding their hot hand so far. But other than that, hasn't been much scoring. Our next highest is CJ Delancey with 5. And so let's see if we can get a few more guys involved, spread the love a little bit, and kind of attack them from all ends.
One thing that I find interesting is Marko only has attempted 3 3-pointers today. He averages 8 per game on the year, which is 14th in the nation. It's really going to be interesting. How will he attack that in the second half? Will he be more aggressive at a 3-point range? Is it more of a decoy? Everyone knows Marko loves to shoot it. How is that going to be played out there? With Andre shooting so great, is it going to be more turn to him, say, hey, shoot 3-pointers? Because they're the only 2 today that have nailed 3-pointers.
Yeah, for sure. And that's where I like the idea of kind of spreading the love, getting everybody involved, because that allows you to hit different options, and it forces the defense to really have to guard everybody. Whereas if they're only going to a few different guys, you can kind of just fully deny Marko and not have to worry about the other guys. But when we start spreading the love a little bit more, you kind of have to open up, and that'll give our shooters more space.
Definitely. And coming out of this halftime break, you know, I got to shout out Dan the Man Bauer here with this one. The over-under, 145.5. How are you guys feeling on that one?
You know what? I'm going to also shout out to Dan. And if you're not betting the over, you're not doing it right. I'm taking the over. Let's get it. Jamie, what do you think?
I'm with it. We're on pace for the over. Let's go for the over.
And the money line is a 6-point spread. So how do you feel about that one also?
Bet it all.
There we go. That's what we like to hear.
LIU's taking the spread. Let's go.
That's what we love to hear.
All right. We are gearing up for this second half. Stonehill takes the court. LIU is shortly following. It's going to be Stonehill basketball in just one moment. For LIU, we got Andre Washington, RJ Green, Marco, CJ Delancey, and Jacob Johnson. And for Stonehill, we got Burnett, Sims, Thatcher, and Bergon, and Zagorowski. And Zagorowski shoots a three quick, can't get it to go. That's going to be Sharks basketball the other way. RJ Green with the ball up top, hits it off to the right to Jacob Johnson. Marco gets the ball on the right wing. Zagorowski has a hand up, can't get it to him. Andre Washington with the ball, hits it off to RJ in the left. Looking for it, little flare screen for Andre Washington, can't get it. Mid-range for Andre Washington, and one. Andre Washington, another mid-range. Even with the contact, he can connect.
It's great to see him coming right out of the halftime, just shooting it, being aggressive, and taking that contact well.
Oh, for sure, and he missed a few to end the half, so it's nice to see that he still has that confidence in the shot and that he's still going to go to it.
Yeah, continuing some of the intensity from earlier in the half. Hoping he can continue it for the rest of the game.
It was especially great to see, you know, right when the halftime started, he was just out there with the coaching staff just talking. You could really tell whatever they said to him really worked because he's coming out aggressive right here.
Oh, for sure. And he hits that free throw. And it's going to be 45-36 for Stonehill. A little full court pressure here from LIU.
Making them uncomfortable.
Making them uncomfortable. Just a little something. Nothing too crazy yet. Zagorowski with the ball up top. Hits it over to Burnett in the left. Looking in the corner, tries to get it down to Sims, can't. Burnett with the ball. Thatcher drives right. And that's going to be... And that's going to be a blocking foul on
Andre.
On Andre. It was a tough angle to see that. All right, Andre Sims with the ball on the right. Jacob Johnson on him. Gets it over to Burnett. He curls around. And that's Melise with the ball. Tries to get over to Thatcher. Drives left. And that's going to be a foul on Washington. He picks up too early in this second half.
That's not something you like to see for the Sharks, you know. You're already having to sub him out now, getting in that foul trouble. But, you know, I don't know how I feel about that one being a blocking foul right there. That was a close one.
Yeah, it seemed like it could have gone either way. The ref just must not have seen it the way we did. It looked like he was ready for the charge, but I guess he was just a step late.
And the bench not happy with that either. I looked over, saw the reaction, wasn't happy.
Yeah, and how could you be? He's been our guy all night, and it's tough to see him out so early in the second half.
It'll be interesting to see how they manage him. We're already at 3 fouls for the rest of the game.
Yeah, we'll see. Burnett with the 3. He misses everything, and that's going to be Sharks basketball. Over to Q in the right, who checked in for Washington. Maletich to the left. RJ Green. He's looking for the screen from Delancey on the right. Maletich, pump fake, drives. Oh, great pass. Just misses him, though. And that's going to be out of bounds. That's going to be Stonehill basketball. Go ahead, Kev. No, you go ahead.
One thing that's interesting to see is, you know, they're really leaving RJ Green open at 3-point line. They're backing off on him, saying if you want the shot, take it. You know, as we've seen all year, hasn't been the best shooter of the basketball. Good at getting to the rim, playmaking, rebounding, but it's going to be interesting to see as it progresses. Will that be a big factor?
I would say just if they're flat out not guarding you, you might as well shoot it.
I agree.
Just to keep the defense on their toes. And that's going to be out of bounds on Stonehill, and it's going to be LIU Sharks basketball going the other way.
Yeah, another great defensive time from the Sharks, but it doesn't seem like they're creating any opportunities off of these. So I would like to see them capitalize on these defensive possessions.
Yeah, let's see that going forward. We got RJ Green taking the ball at the court. Gets it over to Jacob Johnson on the right. Maletich with the ball on the right corner, or the right wing. Over to Keon Burns up top. RJ Green with the ball. Delancey up top, trying to get to Q. He does on the handoff. Q to RJ, drives left. And he can't finish, but he draws the foul. RJ Green will go to the line for 2.
One interesting thing is that was the first shot that RJ Green has put up this entire game.
Yeah, he's been very selfless in this game. Hasn't really looked for his shot, but I would like to see a little bit more out of him going forward, just to keep the defense on their toes. And a lot of the time, they're not guarding him. RJ Green's first free throw is no good. RJ Green has struggled very poorly from the free throw line this year, shooting 55% from the charity stripe.
That is the 7th worst in the country. It's really something you hope he can improve on throughout this second half of the season.
You know what? You can only go up from here.
Exactly.
And there it is. He makes the second one. We are climbing the free throw percentage.
Love to see it.
54%, 50% right there.
Mack with the ball up top. Over to Shamir Johnson. He fumbles it a little bit, and that's going to be out of bounds. Sharks basketball.
And again, another great defensive possession.
Yeah, it seems like Stonehill's coming out just a little sloppy, and let's hope that the Sharks can capitalize off this quick. RJ Green with the ball. Over to Jacob Johnson. Q over on the left wing. Maletich is coming up top. He hits it over to RJ Green. Flare screen from Maletich. Can't get it. He's got the ball up top, trying to get it to Delancey. Over to RJ Green. High pass to Delancey, just a little too high, and that's going to be out of bounds. Stonehill basketball.
LIU there, they really need to watch out in those possessions, not be sloppy there. Your top scorer is out right now in foul trouble. You really just need to have simple possessions. It doesn't matter if you eat the clock right now. There's a lot of time. It's still only an 8-point game. Can't be having those sloppy turnovers like that.
Yeah, we don't need to do anything too crazy. It's a close game. We just need to get some solid possessions and good buckets in.
Especially when you're playing such great defense as you have been this whole game.
Yeah. That's going to be a foul on CJ Delancey. RJ Green, excuse me. It's going to be a foul on RJ Green. Ball down low for Stonehill.
Now we're seeing Trey Wood check back into the game, It's really great to see that extra little bit with the guard. You've seen Trey Wood try to go to the basket, play make a little bit more, has a different game than RJ Green. So it's really great to see that you're able to have that transition of play and different style come into the game.
Absolutely. It's nice to see a lot more offensive, aggression from Trey. He's got the speed and he loves to drive, and it's nice to see that out of a point guard.
One thing that's going to be interesting to see is, truly on the court right now, he is the point guard. It's the first time, honestly, since the second game of the year that you're really seeing it be Trey Wood's offense on the floor. It's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out for the rest of the second half.
For sure, and we will see how that goes. And Trey Wood with the ball now. Over to Delancey on the left. Jacob Johnson up top. Hands it off to Trey Wood. Tries to get the pass down to Delancey. Can't get it. And that's going to be Stonehill basketball. Burnett with the ball.
And the Sharks just continue to try to do too much on the offense. They're trying to create these tiny little openings instead of looking for the big ones.
Yeah, they're forcing a lot of passes here early on, and it's just not working out. That's going to be a foul on CJ Delancey. Once again, Stonehill will take the ball out down low.
If you're LIU, you can't be doing these silly fouls early on. You already have 4 fouls, and there's still 16:40 left in the half. You really need to watch out there. The best free throw shooting team in the conference, one of the better ones in the country. You really got to watch out there.
Yeah.
Now it's the second guy that's in foul trouble. That's a starter. You really got to watch out there.
And you just, like you said earlier on, you don't want to get in a free throw competition with this team. It's just not a smart idea. And Sheknadai checks in for CJ Delancey. And Burnett over on the right corner. He drives, gets it over to Mack on the right. Andrew Sims down low on the right, backing down to Dye. Burnett, quick three-pointer up top, and he can't get it to go. That's going to be Maletich taking it up top. And he's looking to drive. Oh, he spins and gets it tipped away. It's going to be Burnett coming down. Over to Shamir Johnson for 3. Just short. Gets his own rebound. Mack for 3. Short again. Maletich on the ground. Everybody's on the ground. And Burnett over in the corner. He grabbed it. Oh, he missed it.
Turnover after turnover by the Sharks, but luckily Stonehill wasn't capitalizing off of it either.
Yeah, and Burnett's missed a couple threes here in this half, which is surprising given how hot he was in that first. Still, and he tips the ball, and he's got the ball. And that's going to be a fast break layup for Isaiah Burnett.
You know, it seems like the Sharks right now, they might need a breather. They might need a timeout here just to reset the play a little, get their heads back in shape, because it's been a very sloppy game so far in this second half.
Yeah, they're letting that defense get to them, and it seems like they're really just trying to do too much. Marco with his Euro floater gets his own rebound, and it's up and in. Marco Maletich gets it. That's 14 for him.
Great putback by Marco there.
Yeah, great follow. Those are the hustle plays you need in this type of game, is you need to be following your shot, getting buckets at any way you can, really. Trey Wood gets the steal, takes it out a little bit. Great pass to Q. Q throws it down. And that is 47 to 41 for Stonehill as the Sharks gain a little bit more momentum going into this timeout. And we will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. 15 minutes here to go in the second half, and Stonehill leads 47 to 41 over our LIU Sharks.
One thing that I really find interesting, I don't think enough people talk about when talking about Stonehill, is their first season as a D1 basketball program, jumping up from D3. That's one thing, D2. That's one thing I really find interesting, and it's really impressive to see how well of a jump they've been able to make this year.
Yeah, for sure. That's the first I'm hearing of this, and that comes as a surprise to me. They've been playing like a solid D1 team. They've been great.
And hanging on in the conference, 3-3 conference play.
Yeah, they've been incredible. All right, Sims up top with the ball. Gets it over to Burnett in the left. He's on the wing. Thatcher curls around, can't get it to him. With the ball, gets it over to Mellis on the right wing. He's gotten a die on him. Andrew Sims backing down Jacob Johnson down low. He's up and it's no good. Rebound Q.
Stonehill has just been cold to start. They're 1 for 8 in the half.
Yeah, and Trey Wood examines the defense. He brings it out. Looking like Strickland told him to settle down in this timeout. Looking a little bit more calm coming out of that huddle. Maletich curls off that double screen. Got Burnett on him. Spins a couple times. Can't get it down low. Sims with the board. It's going to be Stonehill basketball. Mellis with the ball on the right wing. Drives right. It's up. No good. Nadai with the rebound. Trey Wood bringing it up. Maletich on the right side. Trying to get it. Can't get it. Trey Wood drives over to Nadai. Oh, and Nadai throws it down. Nadai with force. Good to see that coming from the big man.
One thing you love to see with Trey Wood out there is he loves to get everyone involved, you know. It's great to see Check and Nadai be able to get up some shots. It's really great to see just overall that good ball movement out there.
Yeah, that was a great extra pass, and you love to see it. That's going to be a foul on Marco Maletich. Zagorowski is going to the line for 2.
And it seems like that intensity was reiterized by Strickland for LIU as they're coming out. They're hot. They're angry. They're ready to go.
Yeah, and Stonehill recognizes this. Coach Kraus calls another timeout, and that's going to be 13 and a half to go, 47-43 Stonehill, and we're seeing our Sharks going on a little bit of a run. I don't know if you guys can smell that, but I smell a comeback, and I like it.
Keep up this defensive play. I absolutely agree.
Absolutely. All right, we are going to get back in just one moment. All right, and we are back. Max Zegorowski is going to go to the line for 2 free throws as Stonehill leads 47-43 over your Sharks with 13 and a half to go. Zegorowski is just 1 of 1 from the line tonight. And we will see him shoot these next 2.
And their first free throws of the half, good sign for the Sharks.
For sure. And Max Zegorowski is actually shooting 86% from the free throw line this season. Been incredible. And he hits that one. He's 2 for 2 on the night.
You know, you hate to see the Sharks already have 5 fouls in this half.
Yeah, a lot of quick fouls, but they've been playing some intense defense, picking it up. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Zegorowski hits the second. It's going to be Sharks basketball. Trey Wood bringing it up. The dive flashes up. He gets it to him up top. Over to Jacob Johnson. On top of the key. Hands it off to Trey Wood. Trey Wood looking for Q. Over on the left wing. Back up top. Trey Wood resetting the offense. Screen from... That's going to be an illegal screen from Sheknadai. Going the other way.
Strickland does not look happy with that one.
No, the offensive fouls, the offensive screens are some of the easiest things to limit, and it's really demoralizing to an offense when that happens.
Especially now that puts you at 6, so you're right in that terrible range where, you know, the free throws are going to be coming.
Yeah, it's just need to stop with the unnecessary fouling.
Seems to be the story of the game. Foul after foul after foul.
Exactly. All right, up top, Zegorowski with it. Looking for Sims. He gets it to him. Spins on Maletich. He's up. And it's good. That's going to be an and 1 for Andrew Sims. Andrew Sims has got 11 points tonight. 13 points tonight. I apologize. And he's going to go to the line for 1 more.
And if you're the Sharks right here, you got to watch out in any of those, you know. Now you're in the bonus. It's going to be a tough one to battle back from.
Immediately in trouble. 7 fouls in the first 7.5 minutes.
You know,
and go ahead, Kev.
Apologies there. One
You're
thing
good.
that at least is a bright spot is you see Andre Washington about to be checking back into the game, you know. He's been their leading scorer all day. He's been their best player. It's going to be big to see how he's going to do, you know, having to sit on the bench for a little bit of time being in foul trouble. Is he going to come out red hot again like he has been?
Let's hope so. Let's hope he brings that energy that he's had this whole game. Q with the ball, dishes it down to Jacob Johnson. Little floater, it's up, it's good. Jacob Johnson for 2. Got 12 to go here. 51-45 for Stonehill.
That's
and
what
Mac brings it up.
Keep responding to Stonehill.
Yeah, just great shot there from Jacob Johnson. Zegorowski with the ball, gets it over to Sims. He's on the left wing. Thatcher Stone up top, pump fakes, hands it off to Sims. Looks like he's going to hand it off to Burnett. Over to Thatcher in the left wing. He drives right, on to die, can't get it to go. Andrew Sims is there for the putback, and that's going to be another bucket for Andrew Sims. That's 15 points for Sims. Now you see him kind of coming alive in this second half, getting more and more to fall, which is not what you want for the Sharks.
No, not at all.
And it's frustrating they're having these long defensive possessions that just keep ending up with points.
Yeah, it's demoralizing, especially on the offensive rebounds.
Stonehill foul charge to 12.
And that's going to be one more timeout, and we will see what Strickland says to his team. We will be back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. 11 and a half to go as the Stonehill Skyhawks lead our LIU Sharks 53 to 45. It's going to be Sharks basketball coming in. Q will inbound. Now, guys, if you were Rod Strickland, what would you be telling your team?
If I were Rod Strickland right now, I'd be telling me now, it's still a close game right now. Don't rush any possessions. Take your time. Try to find the open man. Have good long possessions. And, on defensive end, don't lean in. Just play strong. Hey, we're in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, and Q with a quick three. Can't get it to go. So it's Stonehill basketball. Mac brings it the other way.
That's been a close game. I think they just need to limit their mistakes and capitalize these points.
For sure. It's going to be a matter of just cleaning up their sloppy turnovers and fouls.
And we've seen them go on runs, so hopefully they can have another one.
For sure. Zegorowski shoots and can't get it to go. Sharks basketball. Trey Wood brings it up. He's got a screen from the die coming. Gets it back to the big guy. Oh, muscles him down low. Oh, but they call a charge. Got the crowd behind us yelling that it was a flop, and I might feel the same way.
I'm not really sure what he can do there. That's just a play.
Yeah, for sure.
That's just a rough one there for the Sharks. You can't have plays like that happen.
No, it's demoralizing.
No, for sure.
It's going to be Stonehill basketball going the other way. Seems like the Sharks are bringing up the full court pressure once again. Nothing too crazy, just keeping them on their toes. Sims brings it up on the left wing. Hands it off to Thatcher Stone. Gets it over to Zegorowski, over to Mac in the right corner. He drives right. Goes up and under for the left-handed finish. Mac for two. Go ahead, Kev.
One thing that's been interesting is, LIU have not really done any subs this half. The subs have really come off of being in foul trouble. It's going to be interesting to see what's changed from that first half where, more frequent subs, more frequent movement, and help keep the game close. It's going to be interesting to see what's going on. They were able to battle back a little. Now it's a 10-point game. You're seeing from Stonehill that constant substitution again.
Yeah, it seems like they were finding a lot of success early on last half with their depth. Like you said, we have 10 guys playing tonight, but now we're kind of going with the same 5. The foul trouble has hurt us, but it seems like we're not willing to take as many risks with substitutions as we were the last half.
At this point in the season, I hate to say it, but when you haven't had a conference win yet, this is a time when you take risks. You need to do it at some point. You can't just hope and pray for all the stuff that's been going on.
I completely agree. Shamir Johnson misses his three-pointer. It's going to be Sharks basketball. Trey Wood on the left. Trying to get it down and die. Can't. Drives right. And Nadai goes for the putback and just hits it too early, and that's going to be on the rim. It's going to be offensive interference going the other way. 9.5 to go. 55-45. Stonehill Skyhawks.
And we just keep seeing these little unnecessary mistakes the Sharks are making. It's killing them.
It's just very sloppy. Yeah, and Shamir Johnson with the basketball. Drives right. Can't get it to... Gets it over to Burnett up top. On the left to Mac. Down low to Zegorowski. On the left, you got Trey Wood on him. Mac up top with Q. Trying to get him to budge. He won't. Burnett up top. Jacob Johnson on him. Spin, fade away. Can't get it to go as the shot clock winds down. It's going to be LIU basketball. Trey Wood on the right. Nadai coming over to screen left. Tries to get it back to Nadai, but can't. It's going to be Stonehill basketball. Fast break. That's going to be a layup from Shamir Johnson.
If you're Rod Strickland, it's looking like when you had that backcourt of Andre Washington and RJ Green, it looked to be a little more clean. There wasn't as many turnovers. It's going to be interesting. Will he go back to that soon?
Yeah, it seems like they just aren't finding much of a groove here with this lineup going on. You got Marco on the bench, RJ on the bench, which is it's kind of tough to work without those guys. Marco has got 15 tonight, and it's just not seeing him out there.
And also same with CJ. We know he's in foul trouble, but it's been rough. He's been playing great so far when he's been getting starter minutes, and it's a shame that he already has 3 fouls.
Yeah, CJ's been great tonight, and it's just the fouling has gotten in his way. Sharks basketball, Q down low, gets it up top to Trey Wood. They're going to reset the offense. Andre Washington up top. Got Nadai going to screen. He drives left. Step back, mid-range. Can't get it to go. Jacob Johnson almost got the rebound, but he couldn't grab it. It's going to be Stonehill basketball. Burnett on the right. Burgon back up top. It's going to be Andrew Sims on Nadai. He shoots it. It's up, and it's good. Andrew Sims once again with the bucket.
One person I'd really love to see get more involved in this game is Jacob Johnson, only having 3 shots today. He's been out there, he's played 21 minutes. It's been a little down for him today in terms of minutes, but, I'd love to see him be able to get up some more shots. He's been a good scorer from all around, and I feel like that could be a big help for the Sharks today.
For sure, and even getting him, trying to get him to the line would just be nice. It would, just a consistent free throw shooter. But Andre Washington gets the shot. That's 59-47 for Stonehill. But yeah, I like what you're saying about Jacob Johnson. He's always playing big minutes, but tonight just not nearly as many. But even when he's been in more in the second half, they're not really running the offense during, which has been tough.
Yeah, no, this whole entire game, it's been a big different look for the Sharks. You've been seeing down minutes for 2 of their starters, so it's really interesting to see how, you've had some more people being able to play, but it's really the same faces that are out there for the most part. You've had Trey Wood play a lot more minutes, but you're having guys like Jay Cook only play 3 minutes, Czech Nadai only play 12. So it's really interesting that even though some of these guys have been healthy, you're not really seeing too much of a difference.
Yeah, it's just it seems that in the second half they're less willing to make adjustments or changes, and they're just kind of going with what they see fit, which could be part of the reason that they're down so much.
No, for sure. At least you're seeing Marco come back in. Maybe he'll be able to go on a little scoring run like we've seen in the past. Be able to get the game more of a close game for the Sharks.
I'd like to see them run some. That's gonna be a timeout for the Sharks, but I'd like to see them run something to get Marco open. See if he can get some more shots. They only run a play or two for him, and it'd be nice to see him go to him often and try to defer to him.
No, definitely.
But it's going to be a timeout. We will be back in just a moment.
This break in the action is brought to you by the LIU Marketing Society. For individuals looking for experience in digital marketing, creative advertisements, and graphic design, this is the club for you. It looks great in your resume. Meetings are at 5 p.m. on Wednesdays. For more information, DM at LIU Marketing Society. That's at LIU Marketing Society on Instagram. Or join the E-Club in presence. Thank you to LIU Marketing Society.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. About 6 minutes left to go in this second half as the Stonehill Skyhawks lead 61-49 over our LIU Sharks. And guys, I'm going to ask this question again. If you were Rod Strickland, what are you telling your team right now?
You know, if I were Rod Strickland right now, I'd be telling them, don't be afraid to shoot the ball. Don't be afraid to really just make plays. It's at a point where you're down, it's late in the game. Really just don't be afraid to take that torch. You have a guy like Marko Maletic, one of the best three-point shooters in the whole country. So I would really say just shoot the ball, but they have to be good shots. You know, you can't be forcing anything.
Yeah, that's the thing, is it's going to be a matter of trying to not force anything, but trying to get good shots at the same time. And just like that, Jacob Johnson gets a shot down low, and that's him for two. It's going to be a 10-point ball game with about 5 minutes left to go.
Great to finally see him get another shot.
Yeah, I like it when Jacob Johnson's got the ball in his hands. He's a consistent scorer for us.
No, he definitely is.
Got Andrew Sims down low, gets it over to Melise. He's up, and he can't get it to go. Jacob Johnson with the ball. Gets it over to Trey Wood. Marco's over in the corner. Can't see him. He drives. Gets it over to Jacob Johnson once again. Trey Wood with it up top. Looks like he's going to reset the offense. CJ Delancey is checked in, and he comes to get the ball. Gets it over to Jacob Johnson up top. Trey Wood coming off the roll. Gets it over to Jacob Johnson. He spins. It is up. It is good. Jacob Johnson once again. He's got back-to-back buckets.
It's great to see what happens when you give him the ball. You know, back-to-back possessions, a basket. He only had 3 attempts on the day. Now he's already at 5. He's really been able to get it a little closer this game so far.
Yeah, I like what he's doing right now. Let's see if we can go to him. All right, Cole Bergon gets one to fall down low, putting it back up to a 10-point game. Sharks basketball. Trey Wood with it. CJ Delancey is coming to get the ball. Bergon's on him pretty tough. He gets it over to Q. Little handoff to Trey Wood. Marco's coming off a screen. Over to the right to Jacob Johnson. Jacob Johnson for 3. Just short, can't get it to go. It's going to go the other way.
You know, one thing you really got to give credit to Stonehill today, the way they've been playing Marco. You know, he averages 8 3-point attempts a game. He's only at 3 today. Even though he's shooting 2 for 3 from three-pointers, 66%, you'd rather him only have 3 attempts. It's really been impressive how they've been able to handle that one today.
Absolutely, and it seems like other teams are starting to catch on that Marco is our first option, and it would be nice to see us run a few more plays to get him open. It feels like it's just kind of a pass and screen type of thing, but really not a lot of motion designed for Marco to get an open three-pointer. So we'll see what happens in this timeout, see what Rod Strickland draws up, and we will be back in just one moment. All right, we are back. It is 65-53 for Stonehill. About 4 minutes left to go. And Jamie, what do you think the Sharks need to be doing to get back in this ball game?
You know, you look at the numbers and you're a little confused why the Sharks are down right now. They're shooting about the same as Stonehill, but it just seems they keep not being able to catch up. You know, I think they need to limit the fast break points by Stonehill, and they need to be working the paint a little bit more, because right now they're getting out-beasted in the paint.
For sure, and like you said, the fast break points, that's all, it's a result of the sloppy play on the offensive end. So it's going to be a matter of cleaning that up and trying to get back in this game with some good high-quality shots. And it's going to be Sharks basketball. Trey Wood with the ball, looking to get it to Marco, but they're on him. But he gets it to him. Step back, three-pointer is up, no good. Delancey with the offensive board, and that is 2 points for CJ Delancey. Great follow there.
That was Marco's first three-point attempt of the whole half.
And that seemed like something he just He wanted to get a shot up, so he got a shot up.
Oh, no, definitely.
Did not really feel in rhythm, but you know what? If somebody's going to do that, it's okay if it's Marco. All right, Burgon with the ball. Over to Burnett in the corner. Burgon up top. He pump fakes. Tries to hand it over to Sims. Can't get it to him. Over to Mack. He curls over to the left. Floater. That is up, and it is good for Josh Mack. The ball is going the other way. Trey Wood with it. Setting up some offense here. Trying to set a screen for Marco. They're looking to get it to Marco a lot, but just the defense is on him. And just like that, they get a foul. And that's going to be on Isaiah Burnett. Or Josh Mack.
And these really long possessions the Sharks are having are starting to take a toll on them. Only 3 minutes left in the game, and they continue to just milk the clock. Stonehill, that is.
And it's also interesting to see this lineup the Sharks put out there. It's more of a small lineup when you really look at it. You only have one true big in there right now.
Yeah, I like that, and it allows you to kind of run with it, but with that, they're going to have to run with it. And it just
definitely
seems like they're kind of taking their time, just letting it come to them. Trey Wood with the missed floater, 67-55 with 2:45 to go. We're gone down to Zegarowski for the layup. Zegarowski for 2. That's 69-55. It seems like they're just... It seems like the Sharks are a little defeated. There's no energy here.
Yeah, it must take a toll on you, It's been a season it's been a rough one, Battling through injuries, battling through new coaching staff, battling through just new players coming in, as we saw today, a brand new player, It definitely takes a toll on you.
Yeah, and as we speak, Marco Malatic with a step-back 3 and gets him a little bit closer to this 11-point lead. But as time is winding down, we're going to need to pick up some momentum here.
Definitely a disheartening season for the Sharks so far, as they're having their worst start since 2001.
Yeah, that's tough to hear. And Stonehill goes the other way. Andrew Sims down low. Burgon to Mack for 3. No good. Marco with the ball. Over to Trey Wood in the left. He's running up. Trey Wood gets it down to Delancey. To Andre Washington. He curls around. Back up top. Looks like he's going to set something up. Minute and a half to go. 69-58. Looks like there's a little bit of confusion here on the offense. Rod Strickland's going to call a timeout. And the Sharks are going to have to get something going. A few big shots. But you know what? A minute and a half is still a lot of time, and anything is possible. So we'll see what happens. All right, we'll be back.
This break in the action is brought to you by the LIU Marketing Society. For individuals looking for experience in digital marketing, creative advertisements, and graphic design, this is the club for you. It looks great in your resume. Meetings are at 5 p.m. on Wednesdays. For more information, DM at LIU Marketing Society. That's at LIU Marketing Society on Instagram. Or join the E-Club in presence. Thank you to LIU Marketing Society.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, about a minute and a half to go here with our LIU men's basketball team as they trail Stonehill 58-69. And guys, what do you think we can do here to get some momentum?
I think it's kind of the obvious one here, but I think you just need to get the ball to Marco. He hasn't had many three-pointer shot attempts. You need three-pointers here. You can't be having long possessions anymore. Just get up shots.
And Trey Wood drives and Burgon trips, and that's going to be a foul on him. And we are going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. Trey Wood.
The Sharks have to play fast here, and that seems to have been their problem all season. When they play fast, they get sloppy.
Yeah, I completely agree. Earlier on, we were finding shots, whatever we wanted. Andre Washington was doing great, getting the mid-range, something you don't see very often in today's game, but it was working. But this half, you really haven't seen it much. It's just been... They've just kind of been bossed around by the defense almost, which has just been disheartening to see.
Oh, definitely.
Trey Wood hits the first free throw. That is going to be 69-59 with a minute 15 to go.
How do you both feel the Sharks can build on this going to their next game on Sunday?
I think it's just going to be a matter of just taking into account what worked and what didn't. And I feel like a lot of it worked when it was slow and steady and at their own pace. But when they started to kind of fall into the trap of Stonehill's defensive aggression, that's when they kind of just let go and it didn't work out.
Yeah, definitely. They played a really good defense today, and they still shot pretty well, all things considered. So I think going into the next game, you take those positives. You know, you shot well, you played good defense, you just got outmanned.
Yeah, incredibly tough shot there from Andrew Sims on the turnaround fadeaway. That's 71-59 with 40 to go. Marco for three, curling off, can't get it to go. Delancey with the offensive rebound, gets it over to Trey Wood. Trey drives, gets it to go, right-handed finish. 10-point game with 30 seconds to go. They're ramping up the full court pressure here. That's going to be an intentional foul. Just stop the clock there, and they're going to go to the line. That was on Trey Wood. And yeah, tonight it looks like it's going to be a Stonehill victory, and they just had incredible defense tonight. The Sharks weren't able to adjust in the second half, and they also rode an incredible performance from Andrew Sims, who had 23 points as well as 7 rebounds.
It really shows you why they made the jump over to D1, you know. I don't know how they were a D2 team and it took them this long to make the jump. They're clearly too good for that level. For sure, and it's as good a time as any. It's going to be Sharks basketball, 11-point game. Trey Wood, 4-3. It is up and it is good. 12 seconds to go, 8-point game. Ramping up the pressure. They're going to foul. There's 10 seconds left. Big shot by Trey Wood. Almost wondering why he doesn't shoot three-pointers at all, because it would be nice to have that. No, definitely.
You see that little spark right there, you wonder where it's been all game. You know, Sharks can use that.
Yeah, there's been glimpses of great basketball here, but just in the second half, it's been few and far between. That's allowed Stonehill to gain the edge.
One thing that's interesting, that was the first three-pointer made that was not by Marco or Andre Washington tonight.
That goes directly back to my point of spreading the love, and it's this second half, it was more of the same, that only a couple guys scored this half, and it's not hard to defend 2 to 3 guys.
It really felt like on LIU's front, you know, they were resorting back to old ways. You saw that with the old Sharks, you know. It seemed like a game that you would have seen maybe the third one of the season, or, you know, it's not what they were playing like in the first half. Even last game against St. Francis Brooklyn, it just was a totally different look that, like, I don't really understand, frankly.
I completely agree, and that's going to be, time runs out and CJ Delancey hits a basket, and he also got fouled on the shot. There's a weird protocol for this. They're looking to see if he's going to be shooting the free throws, I believe. But regardless, that is a Stonehill victory over the Long Island University Sharks. Riding great performance from Andrew Sims with 24 points and 7 rebounds. But yeah, like you said, Kevin, just resorting back to old ways. And
they're making him shoot the free throw.
He's going to shoot the free throw. And adding 0.7 seconds to the clock.
Are we going to see a buzzer beater?
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
I have a feeling that they're just going to let the clock run out. But, you know, it'd be interesting to see if they do shoot it. What would happen?
You know what? We can hope for the best. It is up. Delancey misses the free throw. Clock's going to run out. 73-66. Stonehill defeats our Long Island University Sharks. And yeah, I want to touch back up on the going to old ways. We were very experimental in that first half and finding success with different lineups, with our depth. We were playing guys that haven't even really played before, and that was nice to see. We were sticking with the team, throwing things at them that they could not have prepared for. getting good shots, finding a lot of success from 3 and from down low. And it just seemed that in the second half, Stonehill made an adjustment, and we didn't. And we just kind of resorted back to our just almost passive offense of just maybe Marco can hit a 3 if he comes off this double screen. Maybe he can't. But we saw way less aggressive Sharks offensively and defensively, and to me, that's why this game got out of hand.
Another thing that I find very interesting is the line was a 6-point spread. It was a 7-point game, and the over/under was 145.5. Unfortunately, Dan, it did not hit the over on either one. It's a bummer. It's a rare occurrence, honestly, nowadays.
I'm sorry, Dan.
You get him next time, bud.
Yeah, on Dan's behalf, I apologize to all of you that took the over and bet on the Sharks to cover the spread.
Just blame Dan for whenever.
Yeah, that's usually my go-to. But that concludes our LIU men's basketball game covered by the Base Network. We will be back on Sunday night, or on Sunday afternoon, as we take on someone.
As we take on Central Connecticut.
Central Connecticut. There it is. Thank you, Kevin. We will take on Central Connecticut, 12 o'clock on Sunday, and we will see you next time on the Base Network. Kevin, Jamie, anything else you guys would like to add before we conclude our stream?
No, it's honestly been great calling a game with both of you, and, let's hope for a win for the next one.
We'll get there. It's a young team, and I think there's a lot to be excited about with Rod Strickland as your coach, but right now, it's all negatives.
Yeah, it was a tough defeat, but I'm still confident. A lot of ball games left, and we're going to get a win. I'm confident.
We love the optimism.
It may not feel like a lot to ask for, but that win is going to be huge, and we are going to party.
A Division I win, that is.
Division I win, yes. Great point. Yeah, a Division I conference win. Book it, Dana. I am calling it. Let's go. On behalf of the Base Network, to those who tuned into the stream, thank you very much. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to speaking to you guys again. All right, so from all three of us, that was the Base Network, LIU Sharks versus Stonehill Skyhawks, and have a great rest of your night.